Good morning, guys. How are you? So, I hope every one of you is doing great. And today I was just sitting and thought, why not to talk to you about something which I felt like sharing with you. So, yeah, it's been a long time that we have been going through this corona phase, and yeah, most of the summers been through with this COVID-19 thing, and now we are about to welcome monsoon. Most of the part of the country is already facing the rainfall and stuff, and this particular season is very much giving us privilege with something called as mango, right? So if you go around and see, you can see a lot of mangoes everywhere, shining all over. And talking about me personally, I'm very much fond of mango. I really love this fruit a lot. So this particular mango thing have reminded me of one of my childhood incident which I would like to share with you. So normally what used to happen during this part of season, we used to have summer vacations, as most of us or most of the children must be going through the summer vacation during this phase of time. And it used to be a regular tradition that we used to go to Nani's place during summer vacation. So those days we used to wait all day long to go to this Nani's place during summer vacation, and also at the same time it was a season for mangoes, right? So what used to happen during this season is like normally I used to normally during at hometown we used to have a lot of privilege to eat a lot of mangoes, because we're like 2 kids in the family, me and my sister, and it's like every meal is like half kg of consumption used to be done only by me. But when we used to go to a Nani's place, right, there are like a lot of mother, sister, children used to come also along with us during that summer vacation, and a lot of cousins all over the place. So not essentially we used to have privilege to have that amount of consumption that we used to have at our hometown. The reason is obviously, when the number of kids are more and you don't have the privilege, right, to get that exact amount of demanding thing in place, and maximum 2 to 3 slices per meal we used to get every meal. And at that time, during childhood, I used to be very demanding and very arrogant kind of kid. So when I used to fail to convince my mother or relatives over there to give me the amount of mango that I expect, there used to be a lot of, what to say, conflict between me and my mom, that why I'm not provided with the amount of mango I want to consume, because I want a lot of mangoes. I was fond of it. And that point of time, I remember my mother have taught me something indirectly, which is what I understand today as collaboration. And she have indirectly taught me that when resources are limited and when demand is high, the only way to survive peacefully is collaborating. And that brings me to the thought that most of the teenagers today, right, are living under the ecosystem where family is more or less nuclear in nature, like 2 kids maximum. Like most of the kids are either single kids or they have maximum 1 sibling, and most of the time both the parents are working, or some of the time the mother is housewife. So like 4 people are living in the family. Majority of circumstances I see family living as nuclear family, sometimes most of the time without grandparents also, like normally in corporate scenario of working, or especially when parents are living at metro cities and stuff. And when the kid is single, or the maximum two, the whole focus of the parent is majorly on those two kids, and that make that particular teenager evolve as something we call as self-centric, demanding, right, individualistic, pampered, in a way that they turn out to be not any compromising mode, at least with something called as the concept of collaboration. And when we grow up, even I had that similar issue, that when we grow up, even anywhere in life, this particular thought process becomes a lot of hurdle in in the way that we look upon the things. And hence, though, the role of parent becomes very, very much important in making teenage understand the value of collaboration. I remember that most of the time, and majority of the time, when I was growing up in my career, also when I was in college, most of the time I had faced this mental barrier of not sharing, of being individualistic, being possessive about the things. And it took me a long time to come over that and understand the value of something called we call as sharing and stuff. So parents play a very important role here, because not only they want to become the role model in is preaching this particular quality of collaboration, but also have to integrate the value of sharing under family ecosystem that they are trying to integrate within their family. And that is very much important, which I feel. So yes, we must understand that it is very important to share, to learn to collaborate, or what to say, come together with a certain intention, and come up with a strategy of surviving peacefully with others as well, which is normally not relevant with the mindset when we are normally in a nuclear family and behaved or pampered as always as a kid whose all demands are always fulfilled in a way that they want it to be. So yeah, I think that's it for today from my side, and I just want to end up this by parking a thought in all of your head, is like, think once what's your family current methodology is. They are looking forward in a culture of collaboration or sharing, or living like that way, or they are more competitive, comparing, and self-centeredness way of leading their day-to-day activities. Think about it and take the right decision about it. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.